Oh, my bad.
I think that's it, unless Black is giving a presentation.
Oh no. Listen, I'm not. We all know I'm not chief of police. Like
Forte mentioned he wanted to.
I mean, if Forte can
I'm
apply,
saying
you should
for Forte's.
probably do it. I mean,
Yeah, I was.
listen, Forte's apply. Maybe.
Come on in,
Maybe.
Forte.
There he is.
Yeah,
that's right.
Fuck.
That's right. Oh my God.
Might
My
as
God.
well.
Have a
Why
good
not?
night,
You guys are
y'all.
all here anyways.
Well, yep. Well, I mean, if you're gonna fuck half of my police force, why don't you just get in right to it?
Just fuck us too, right?
Yeah, just fuck the whole LSPD while you're at it. Why not? Come on, let's see.
All right. So, am I just opening with like a statement?
I'm
How's
gonna
this
fill
go? How's
in
this been
for,
going?
What was her name yesterday? Riot. Yes, on fire.
Oh,
Unprofessional.
She calls me LT Ned.
Actually, I'm going to do this interview in the style of On Fire. Miss Alexis the Cadet.
Please God.
From now on, I will be fully in character on the count of 3, and then you can start. 1, 2, 3. Begin.
I just open with like a pitch. Is that how this is working here?
Boring.
Get on.
Well,
with
I'm
it.
trying to figure out the process here.
Hold on, I think I fucked it up. Hold on. Get on with it.
All right. When the chief was removed, I celebrated in the sense that Fu retired because he deserved to retire for all the hard work he's been doing. But that in the sense that there's going to be a shakeup and a shakedown of what is going on in this
Around us.
LSPD. What'd you say?
Shaking down is unprofessional.
In the sense that a restructure of who's in charge and who's telling what, who's putting people in place. And that's what I think needed to happen the first moment I got here. I read it like a book.
I guess.
Later. It needs to be changed because the morale for me, and I've expressed this to numerous officers, of why does it almost feel depressing to come into work day in and day out? Personal drive is the only thing, in supporting my officers, have been the only thing that has brought me into work every day. Because I like them. And I know they need my help and I need their help. It's a morale issue. And I think it comes from the top down. You need to make people work here, whether you like it or not. We need numbers on the street because the LSPD is the standard. It should be the standard. It must be the standard because where are all the other departments pulling from? Us. If we have bad cops or people who don't even want to do their job and they're just here to lollygag, guess what? You ain't going to get them. You ain't going to have a pool to pull from. You ain't going to have people to go to court and get smacked around. Don't have it. We need people.
1042.
And numbers are up, numbers are down,
1042.
but we need consistency. That's what I plan to build if I was so selected. That's my opening pitch.
Who would you pick as your assistant chief? The brunette or the redhead?
I would probably hold interviews. I have no, honestly, I'm coming in here I'm just inspired to. I just feel like I need to just put my name in the hat. I do have a few names in mind. I mean, I'm a bit more of the outgoing, I guess, charismatic tendency. So I need someone who's going to hold it down on the back end. So I'd have to consider that if I did pick. So I think that's where I would hold interviews for people that would be interested. Obviously, I don't even know who's interested. So that'd be imperative.
Could I ask a question? Is that okay?
That's unprofessional.
Very.
How are you going to make the LSPD the place to be?
It starts by inspiring officers to do the job. But that's from the bottom level up. So you need people in place that know how to FTO people to become cops. I love it that this department hires greens, green thumbs, people who are not familiar with the job at all. That's beautiful. I love it. Because if you have a bunch of cops who know how to be a cop, guess what? You have a bunch of people arguing eventually in a room. You need multiple people. And I think we need to go more towards that personally. Transfers are great and all, no offense, Ripley, but I think you would agree with me, Ripley, that you need officers who are moldable, that can build the foundation and then lift it up. Because I feel like the foundation has cracks in it right now, and they're unmendable.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Aren't you a transfer?
Yeah, I'm kind of talking shit on myself too on this one. I guess I'm just putting a name forward to hopefully try to fill those gaps. I am a transfer, and I'm proud of it. I know my shit, but what I came in with was I need to shut the fuck up and learn my place.
Well, you definitely didn't do that.
But that people tend to want to get into it too quick. They want to go fast. They want to go shooting. They want to go gunning. They want to become a ranger. They want to go BCSO. The BCSO won't have anybody to pull from. Well, nowadays you guys are actually hiring individually, so that's actually really good. The Rangers won't have anybody to pull from. No LSPD.
But the Rangers
With
is
the
hired
restructure
outward.
of the autonomy system, we need to have a structure here. We need to have some sort of aura.
Man, I stopped pulling
in
from
this department.
LSPD a
Right now,
while
there
ago.
isn't.
Yeah,
Just
we get
isn't.
the odd transfer, but there's been more hires than there has been transfers.
How are you going to fix the rampant
we got the
ERP
majority.
going on within the LSPD?
I would put my life on you, as God is my witness, literally and figuratively. There would be no more ERP from me, and I would start maybe a small little SBS group that can crack down on investigating potential officers.
You said no more ERPing from you. Are you confirmed
Zero.
ERPing
Zero
right now?
tolerance
You
from
said
me.
I would you say that you have ERPed up until now and you're going to change your ways?
I'm going to
It's a very
break
long
character
pause.
for a second. Hell no, he ain't.
Yeah, I don't think he would go so far as to fight an ERP war on the beach.
Mm.
If it's happening, let's say
I'm taking
I
this
am
as
the
an
chief.
admission.
If
You
I
said
am
no
the
more
chief, it's going to be a
ERPing.
zero tolerance from me. I have to set the example, right?
All right,
Oh.
Forte.
Yes, sir.
I've got a few questions.
Mhm.
Good ones here. Again, I didn't really hear how you're going to make the LSPD stand out. So let me get a little bit more pointed here. I want you to tell me what investigations you know that SRU has actually completed or done.
Zero.
Yeah, wow, it's pretty crazy. We have a head of SRU, DJ. I phoned him today. Wonder where all the investigations was on races. He said there's been no races. Well, I went through the
What?
dispatch
I've seen
log.
4 races in the past 2 days, sir.
I've seen 2 today.
There ain't a whole lot. What about the gang unit? Have you seen investigations from them?
That's DAB, correct?
You fucking tell me.
No, DAB works with gang, but it's more drug related. The gang unit, I have never heard of it.
Okay. Well, seeing I'm here in my last interviews, let me just get into it here. What makes the LSPD if there's no street racing or gang units? That are doing anything to do anything about gangs or street racing?
We're city cops at the end of the day, you know? And I understand.
Exactly. Where is the community policing? Where is the
Mhm.
relationship with gangs? Where is the community events and stuff like that in the city? The LSPD have the coolest place to patrol, Forte, but yet not one candidate can tell me how they can make the LSPD unique. What are you going to do? I got 3 candidates here.
I
All
understand.
should be able to answer that. I just gave you the key to the castle of what makes the LSPD thematically.
Yeah. right now the LSP doesn't have a great presence in the city. I'll be honest.
They don't have an identity.
They
They
fly
don't
by.
have something to focus
I
on.
get a lot of shit from a lot of people because I stop at a lot of businesses and places. They say I ain't doing work, but I am doing work. I'm doing my community policing duties. If you don't show face, then how are people supposed to respect the department as a whole?
You need a
And
mission.
that builds
LSPD needs a
into
purpose.
Taking that respect,
Needs something to
putting
make
in the
it your
right-
main
right
overarching
people
goal,
in
like
place
with
for those units that
PCSO.
you're presenting. I didn't even know the gang unit even
Community
existed.
policing, bringing the
this very
humanity
moment.
back into police work, not forgetting the
I
person
know Tinker
in the
was
arrest.
a part of the street racing unit, but I've never seen them
Brotherhood,
actually go out and do an
sisterhood.
operation. But that's not my place currently. It's not my place to speak up about. But in this
Very
very
clear
moment, I
mission.
can't.
LSP doesn't have
Lack
that.
of anyone giving a shit. It's about building people to give a shit and making people, or enabling people, I'd like to say, to make people give a shit in the right positions. Maybe Tinker's not the right guy for the street racing team. You know?
Yeah, but how are you going to deal with him complaining when you take it away from him, saying that you took it from him and he should be doing it because he's a better driver?
I'd say, what's the last thing you did according to that unit?
Yeah,
can
and
give me-
then what's Tinker going to say? Who wants to do an impression of Tinker?
See, the thing is, guy, when we have these cars, we need to drive them to know whether or not they can keep up with the races.
Dude gives a fuck about the cars, Davies.
I was
That
doing
is the
Tinkers.
I
least
think he was doing
important
Tinker.
thing.
That was
Oh,
the-
that's what you're doing.
Without
Okay.
the, without the
bad
vocal
So you got me
impression.
good. You got the reaction I would
That
have
was
gave Tinker too.
That's a definite Tinker reacting to it.
Yeah, you got me.
Wait, can you say it again?
I can't remember what I said. I'm not going to.
Oh, okay.
Something about
Something,
car, car,
something,
car, car,
something,
car,
Investigate.
car.
something,
Fucking
something. Cars, I want to
investigation.
drive.
Oh,
There's no investigation being done. You know,
no pa-
partly it's
there's no
about
paper
shutting it
trail,
down, but
yeah.
there's more than just chasing the fucking racers. It's about documentation, making sure we're getting them, that we're making sure that all of our policies are up to date, that we know how to handle races, you know, in a smart way that works, that doesn't just require us to have the fastest fucking car imaginable.
yeah, I agree. You
Yeah,
don't
when was the
need.
last?
Yeah.
When was the last time you guys actually stood at a race with a camera and just took pictures of everybody going by?
I did yesterday, sir.
So do you have a file built already off of that?
Yeah, personal file, yeah. No report was made by the scene lead or the unit, so I was planning on talking with
Why don't
them.
you make your own investigative report?
I don't want to step on toes.
Anybody could do that.
I've been slapped down before,
How the-
stepping on
How
toes.
the fuck is that stepping on? Who slapped you down?
But I did get the motive for getting pissed off. That was the
Well,
whole
being
thing.
slapped down, that's
want the
'cause you got
anger
pissed
management
off.
now. I want the
Yeah.
anger management.
Okay, who got mad at you for stepping on toes?
Just like 4 or 5 people.
Who?
Well, me and Davies worked today out. Some personal.
Yeah, I mean, you can give context to that though if you'd like to, because it definitely wasn't for fucking stepping on toes.
I told people they were just fucking incompetent.
That's not stepping on fucking toes, Forte. That's being a fucking asshole and insubordinate.
Yeah,
How
well,
else do you step on toes?
Well, yeah, that's kind of what happened. Yeah, I understand. the issue.
Okay, what about the other ones?
Well, black. Basically,
Black
there was a court
too?
Case, well, there was a court case today, or not today. It was like today where they ran out. Then everybody got kind of like they just like let our suspect go, and I was fucking jacked. I'll be honest with you, sir. I was pissed. So I just AOE ulted on everybody around me. It wasn't anybody individual. I just got fucking jacked. I was like, you guys are all fucking incompetent. I can't fucking take this shit. Just let him walk the fuck out. Jesus Christ, Davies, how does Davies let this happen? Yeah, it was kind of like that.
Just full crash
Okay,
out,
what
huh?
about the other incidents outside the time you AOE ulted big
Well, that was
fat
the only
ass? Because obviously that
problematic
caused some damage.
That was the only problematic problem. I went to anger management with Seraphine as requested.
But you said you had the reason you don't do reports is because you stepped on toes and got slapped down.
Basically, I've been told, and I don't
who?
want to move forward. I don't want. It's hard to remember. It was a while ago. It was probably back when I was a probie, the first time, not the second time.
So you got slapped down when you were fucking pro, but you're using that as why you don't do investigations now?
Mm.
The last thing I wanted to do was to not be able to fit in this department, and so listening, informing, but that's why I'm here. I wouldn't just want to waste your time as like an SBS situation. It's the fact that I do want to throw my name in there because I do have high command experience. and I know how to run a fucking department. But right now, we had Fu, and he was fucking fantastic. He's one of the main reasons why I am in the LSPD, and Mac, I would say.
Oh, fuck me. Okay. All right.
Well, that's a whole different. I'm talking about the original reason. It comes down to supporting officers who are doing that, right? Who aren't scared like me. Now, this is my moment to not be scared anymore. I want to give you the opportunity to put someone who's going to bring up the morale, be the charismatic politician you need, and also put a assistant chief to hold it the fuck down, lock and key.
Forte, I think we need people like you who are charismatic and can do stuff. I think the thing that's going to be your drawback is how frustrated you can get with what your view of other people's incompetence is. And with people with your archetype of personality, I usually see that is the biggest problem when you run up against leadership. I also have a real problem with incompetence. Does that surprise you, TJ? Does that surprise you, Leann?
No.
Yeah, I have a real problem with people just being incompetent per se. But I deal with that in a different way than you do. And I
Wait,
think,
what'd you say?
see, I'm dealing with it in a different way, Forte, right now. I'm dealing, see this?
That actually,
I didn't
that actually-
snap,
that actually,
resisted,
that
I
made
caught
me
my breath.
boil a bit, sir.
No,
That
like,
ma-
I caught my breath. See that?
I think
That's
you
what you gotta do
were
in these
more
scenarios.
similar than I remember. I can imagine, sir.
Yeah,
Sorry, just
in a
wanted to
way.
give you a live example, sir.
Listen,
Please
Forte,
don't.
I'm one of those weird people. I'm both ADD and type A somehow.
Take
You
a
know,
lot of
like,
medicine.
it's like a combination. I should probably take a lot of medicine.
I can
Well,
give
I
you a
probably
good
wouldn't be doing
psychiatrist.
this, honestly, if I did take the medicine. Honestly, it probably explains a lot.
I
This
mean, you
ain't
never
therapy.
finish your medicine.
Listen,
Even when you
we
got
need to-
pneumonia and you had bronchitis, you never finished your antibiotics like you should have, and the mama was yelling at you and trying to shove soup down your throat.
Oh shit.
wish you had some medicine for the shit taste men you've had. Years of medicine. So here's the thing.
Wait, what?
Forte.
What?
What
Here's-
the fuck?
here's the
Cole?
thing, Forte. With all of this, the thing I want to kind of impart to you here is like, that's my biggest reservation with you, is you remind me of me like 8 years ago before I managed, or 10 years ago, when the fuck it was, before I managed to do all that. And that is a dangerous combination in the environment we play in the playpen we play in. And that is my only hesitation. So how would you deal with that?
I
Curb
would love
that.
to say if I remind you of you, and you actually remind me of me a lot. You're top dog.
Always got the nose up there again.
W glaze. Yeah.
He's got the
Is
nose
it
up there
glazing or
again.
is it just
What do you have
honest?
for lunch? Can you let us know?
Is it glazing or just honest?
Ripley, can you do me a favor? I think he needs can you wipe that off his nose?
Let's see, here he's got a little.
Yeah, get a
Oh,
baby
yeah,
wipe,
I see it.
yeah.
No, thank you, Ripley. Thank you. Here's my.
What is that
Thank you.
stance?
Wait, what does that sound?
Why was it?
Why did I just hear macaroni
Actually,
in
I
a
would
pot?
like to commend. I would make
What?
Ripley my assistant chief of police.
Macaroni in a pot.
That was
That's some-
very helpful, and I need someone who's helpful.
That's...
Ripley, congratulations, you're my nominee.
Hooray!
That's what I'm gonna stand on. It's Ripley. That's why I would like to amend my first question. The second question.
Okay.
What was the question?
Jeez, fucking Christ.
This is
Forte.
going really well.
How are
This
you
is
going to
going
manage
extremely well. I'm
your
actually-
short
I'm nervous
fuse
as fuck
on
being in here right
incompetence
now.
of people and be a leader? Is what I'm asking you. How are you going to curb that and the frustration, the crashing out?
I completely understand that concern.
Because I like you.
About
That is your only. You want to know something? That is the only criticism I have of you. Genuinely.
When you are in a position like yourself, sir, you have to realize that's the position people see you in and respect you in. Personal problems, personal dilemmas have to be behind closed doors, alone. You bring them up once you figure out what is actually the core issue. You have to work it out with yourself or work it out with your, well, let's Ripley. If we're talking about Ripley
Colt's
here.
not a womanizer.
Ripley is my assistant chief. I'll talk to Ripley once I'm done yelling, or I'll just let him have it. You know, he could probably learn and take it. And you would understand what I'm trying to do here. It's not coming from a place of hate. It's coming from a place of exertion. But you can't do that in front of the public eye.
Yeah, Colt has groupies. Colt
or
isn't
the
a
community's eye in
womanizer.
general. Or officers'
People just
eye,
fucking
especially.
Velcro attached to him, dude.
Talking about Ripley here, he would know.
I'm curious. Where did you AOE alt earlier?
I was in a courthouse.
Yeah, he was
Were you-
in the
were you
courthouse.
He
in front of
lost a
public?
major court case today. He has a
Oh,
lot of
I was in
balls
there.
coming in
Oh
here.
no, this was a couple of
What?
weeks ago when I was talking on the
Oh.
radio and he continuously overtalked me, and then when I turned through him 5 times, in the end I had to walk up to him and tell him
My
to shut
radio
the
was
fuck up.
off because I was working second chair. But today, we lost pretty dramatically, I might add. There was no AOE alt. I just looked at boss and I said, you did the best you could. Sorry,
Oh,
couldn't
okay.
be a better help.
All right, I lost the timeline. You're good.
Wait, who was first chair?
Boss, that was tossed around like 14
Who?
different times. It was
Boss? Who the fuck is boss?
Sheriff Boss, he's sheriff's deputy.
Oh fuck! I thought Forte was prosecuting today.
No, he asked me yesterday if I had second chair, and I didn't even realize I was in the court case till today.
Yeah, I don't know if that's much of an excuse, seeing Robbie got his lawyer 30 minutes before the trial.
It was a fiesta to try to get through argue 2 different incidents in one sitting. I mean, I think boss did the best he could. I'm gonna be honest. I think he literally did the best he could.
Okay.
But that's how I would. It's a matter of being in the now and understanding that, yeah, I might get hot. I might get angry. You just have to bite your lip, hold your tongue, and wait till the right moment to let it out. There might not be the right moment. You just gotta swallow it, eat it, and digest it. But there's always a reason for that anger that is actually the crux. You just gotta figure it out.
Got it. Okay. Mac, who do we have? We have Roddy, the Davies, Ripley,
Deborah.
Forte, the Deborah. Who am I missing? Anyone?
I think those might have been all that we saw or heard from so far.
Okay. Has anyone else expressed interest?
Not that I've heard of. Oh, Herbert as well.
Oh yeah, Herbie. That's right. I forgot about Herbie.
Herbert.
Herbie. Okay. So there's
Oh, and
Good for you.
Pike? Did Pike pitch too, or was he just?
Pike kind of pitched a little bit. Yeah, he did.
Also throw him into the hat of, if I was chief, I would definitely consider him as a big candidate as chief. Sorry, Ripley.
I think Pike needs to unpick his ass before anyone should consider him for any of those positions.
Speak freely, sir.
Yep.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
That's why I still go with Ripley at the end of the day. I'm just trying to be like,
Ripley, you
Coherent
got
here.
something on there again.
What's wrong with
No.
Pike? I like Pike.
Oh, you got something
No,
on
I think
those.
he's got
Yeah,
something.
No, on the end of his.
He's
Yeah.
already
I know.
working angles. This is
Ripley,
where
let me get
the
my notes
future
up there.
reveals
Yeah,
there.
no problem. Just great.
reach over my shoulder.
Just right. There we go.
Ah, you
I
motherfucker.
think there needs to be
The
some fresh
microphone,
takes
yeah.
and fresh blood.
Oh, thank you, Ripley.
I think that's part of the stagnation.
That's what I would
I
also
agree.
like to pitch as me. You know as well as I do, I'm fucking new around here. I've been here for what, 4 months now? I'm still fucking new blood. But I would have to agree with Sheriff here. The FP needs new blood in high positions to shake this shit down and fix it. I know I've done it before in other departments and I can do it all again.
Well, can I tell you why that makes me nervous?
Absolutely.
Because there was a way in which our police force operated that was peak, and I want to be back to that. The problem is that peak isn't the peak that outside blood would see as what would be the peak, and that's the problem. That's the only thing I'm wrestling with right now, is that. But I also see that inside blood don't have the balls or the spine to bring us back to peak.
What I would like to respond with, sir, is that I'm a good molder. I can form quickly to certain situations, such as this, right? If you told me to do one thing, I'm going to do that one thing. I'm not going to ask you a question. There is a way and rhyme to how you want things, right? And I understand that completely. and I know this position works hand
You
in
need
hand
fresh people in every rank.
with troopers and above and beyond. I feel I would be an easy person to bring things to the table, give a different opinion, give a little bit of this, have a conversation, and go forward. It's just I do feel like I would be a prime candidate for that sort of situation. And I've learned kind of people don't have nuts around here. That's why I think I've gotten into a hot water a couple times, because I feel like my nuts have come out. Metaphorically.
Fuck.
But
That was paraphrasing. Just phrasing.
just
Look at
metaphorically.
Erper comes
Just
out.
I
metaphor.
think
Just
the
metaphor.
problem
No-
with
no
you is
more
that
urban.
you
No
took
more
your
urban.
nuts out and you just swung them all over the place in a fucking Erpalt. That's the problem that you got going on.
Go
I think
eat
is that
Erpalt.
you brought them out and started whipping about everyone indiscriminately in a fit of rage. That's what it sounds like to me.
I sure did. And
There's
I had to
having
go to
nuts and
therapy
there's doing
for it.
whatever you did.
I had to go to therapy.
Probably everyone you hit with your nuts also did.
No, they were just making fun of how big my balls were.
No, I've had therapy since.
Davies
balls
got hit in
really
the
that
face with
too
my nuts.
big?
He just said that here.
No, because I wanted to fucking strangle him, to be honest with you. But anyway,
Well,
I know I can be
I've
very
left
loud
this
sometimes.
interview with more questions than I think answers, especially after the last exchange. Does anyone else have any other questions?
What
I
focus
feel
and
okay
identity?
for me.
Oh, what focus and identity would you focus for the LSPD? What would make it stand out?
I hate to use this word because it creates a context, but militaristic. LSPD should be the city cop, the officers. Because BCSO has very obviously shown their identity, and it's awesome. The troopers obviously are the oversight. The Rangers,
Mission Row and
they're over in their other dimension, but we love them. The LSPD need to be
Why?
the core, the
For like a
ground,
transport?
the military. They need to be there. And that's exactly what I think the identity I'd go for and shoot
You're
for.
trying to get a track on police movements? Interesting.
Your bulk, the most in a perfect world, they are triple the numbers in any other department, or double the numbers at least. But you know you can rely on them because they're gonna hold it down. But also at the same time, not be dead RoboCops.
Something
That
for,
falls into higher end. Yeah.
It's something for you, all of you here that are applying, to consider that a severe lacking of brotherhood is felt in the LSPD. Would you say that this is true?
I actually brought this up to a corporal today. But I felt completely like I'm just doing my job by myself most of the time. Like I trust my officers because they have a badge on their chest, but I don't know anything about them. I don't know who they are. I only know their last name and their call sign.
How would you change this?
It comes with training. I really do believe. Like when I FTO somebody, I drive them around. I make them meet people. I say, introduce yourself, cadet. So I personally put myself in the firing line to make myself look like an asshole. But instead, it makes the cadet look elevated. I'll take the heat for them to look good and gain rapport with anybody. That's what I do daily. I take cadets out. All of them.
I'm
And
talking within
I
the
think
LSPD,
there just needs to
not
be a
with
standard.
civilians.
Oh, in general, that's across the board. I'll stop at every officer, every certain person. If I see somebody that just had a red light, I'll drive up and say, "Hey, this is my cadet so-and-so." You know, make them meet each other. But that also falls into the category is that I've also talked with Seraphine about starting some sort of events that are not fucking lame. Like, let's all go swimming. No, we're not going to go do that. We're going to go on an obstacle course, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to be sweet. There's going to be helicopters and shit. Make a thing out of it. Make it feel special for them to be in the LSPD, because it is special. People have been waiting to be in the LSPD for fuck knows, right? Make their moments here worthwhile is kind of where my mind is. And sky's the limit when it comes to that. More outings, more things, more trainings. Simple training, like a mock trial that Seraphine pitched to me, would also accomplish just a little bit of that. It can't happen all at once. It's a slow process over time, and you just have to put the right people in position who are in the same mindset. Hopefully that answered your question, man.
What would you change about the current FTO training program? And do you think it's working as it is?
I like this. I personally, here's the positives from me. As the new and improved Shift 2 lead of FTO, I like cadets being assigned to an officer. I think that builds that sort of rapport, but it also inebriates any sort of learning from any other officer, which is detrimental to someone learning how departments work. You need to see how every officer's. I don't police the same as Davies. I don't police the same way as Rip. I don't police the same way as Mac, and we all have our own style. And that's what cadets need to see. I understand that the AFTO system is the answer to that, but that doesn't work. People just hate being FTO, so we need to start honing down on that. How would I fix it? The lobby system doesn't work. I think this is working better than the lobby system. Wait around, get your turn. So it's not a popularity contest. I think there should be more or less a queue system, but that involves more overhead than I'm capable of. If you want to go on duty, get in queue.
Mr. Mo again.
TO will pick you up. Not just wait around in the lobby, I think cadets need to start learning from numerous officers rather than just one or two.
Okay.
It's going to be a longer conversation with the FTOs and people who are interested in FTO, and then just going with what's working. It's hard to answer currently, I guess.
That's it for me.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate y'all's time. Actually,
Back in character.
hearing me out.
You're so unprofessional. Go chase your brunette and redheads.
I actually thought she was in the room with us then.
And end scene.